I made the video about fruit and eating healthy, there was a first draft. It wasn't the one that got posted. But in the first draft, I went on a tangent about the ocean. I kind of decided I wanted that to be a second video. So my tangent was that, like, when I eat fruit the way that I do, it tastes like what it feels like to be in a tropical place. And that's really important for me. Because, like, you know, everybody wants to go to the beach and everybody wants to be, like, living in the vacation spot. But it's like, yeah, I like relaxing for sure. But I'm not talking about that. The most important part of going to somewhere like coastal for me isn't even being in the waves, it's looking at them. Nothing terrifies me quite as much as the vastness of the ocean. From end to end of my vision, left to right, all I see is water. And as far out as I can see, all I see is water. I turn behind me and there's land, but if I look and I have to put the land on my back, all there is an untamable vastness. That terrifies me. Yeah, it used to be I couldn't even zoom in on the freaking Atlantic in freaking Google Maps without, like, getting a mini panic attack. And it's because it's so unfathomable to me. Like, you go to the most isolated part of the whole freaking world and you can be on an island. Because you go to the center of, like, the biggest body of water. And I'm thinking, like, yo, that's just nothing. And then you zoom in, it's like, there's a populated island. And that's not like, you know, the last modernized tribe. It's a freaking modernized island. In the middle of nothing. I'd be terrified to bring supplies to that island, let alone live there. Dude, freaking, the moon could sneeze and you're dead. Your whole everything you've ever known, boom, wiped away. That's the first place to go when California falls off the earth. The second place is half of Asia. But, like, that terrified me. But more than that, it gives me a really peaceful feeling. And I didn't really know how to put a word to it until I was listening to a video yesterday from Britt Hartley. Awe. That's called awe. And, like, I know what awe is, but, like, that's what I felt that gives me this peaceful feeling. Because I don't feel that a lot. I used to feel that about a lot of things. Religiously, you know, just like one of the biggest moments of awe I had was looking at my second born. I was really into Tool at that point in time. And, like, I felt like I was looking at the universe. Because there was a whole new universe in my hands. Because really, that's what freaking happens when someone is born. There's a universe inside of their head. I felt awe looking at that. I used to feel awe when I would, see the mountains and the trees. I think I just got used to that. I don't hike very often either. I think I'd feel it more if I was hiking, but I don't have time. But recently I went and I saw the ocean. I felt awe. That ocean does not care about me or my problems. I could die in it and I would be just as lost, and it wouldn't care or care to know. And that's comforting to me, because it's not like it's cynical. It's not like it's unfeeling in a malicious way. It's not malicious or caring. It's not even indifferent. It exists outside of that spectrum. It's just there. It just is. And that exists every day, whether I'm around it or not. It was humbling to look at that. It made my problems seem insignificant. It made some of the feelings I've had about, the job that I work at right now not matter. Some of the frustrations I've had with the place that I live at right now not matter. One thing after another over the last 5 years. It's been good, but it's been rough. None of that mattered. Because I'm looking at water that, I could give that to the water and it would not care. It could just as much swallow that and take away everything I cared about if I put it there. And it could just as much spit that back up on the ocean on the beach, and reject what I gave it. And it wouldn't be because it cared. It wouldn't be because it wasn't good enough to have what I gave it. It wouldn't be because it was so selfish it wanted to take what I had. It would be because it literally could not care less or at all. And that filled me with awe. I saw a baby sea turtle, man, out there in the wild, freaking by the pier. It wasn't like a little baby. It was kind of a little bit bigger, adolescent maybe. I don't know. Just out there getting food. Them waves were rough because there were little speedboats going by. He didn't care. But the waves and the ocean also didn't care. The ocean could have taken that and killed it. It wasn't about that. It was just vibing. Everything was just vibing. It was just bro, why do I care so much? When you look out at the water, nothing out there that actually cares like that. Nothing out there worries. Saw a manatee out there, man. Couldn't even really see it. It was just a blob. Saw some dolphins. Those suckers don't care. Especially not the manatees, man. That thing just kind of bobbed up and was just like, what up? And then he left. That bro didn't have a thought in his damn head. Meanwhile, here I am going, I got 2 days left till I have to go home. And I got this to do. I got that to do. I got to worry about this at work. And it's like, bro, none of that matters. At all. What am I doing, So I don't know, man. Finding that thing that gives you awe, especially if you've become nihilistic at all. That forced all of that to just be left behind me. Like, I could turn around to the land and be like, oh yeah, there's the stuff I had like forced off of me. But looking at the water, like, I didn't have an option but to just be overcome by that feeling. It was a deeply spiritual feeling, even, almost. So everything that makes me feel like I'm looking at the water again, or reminds me of something close to that. Eating fruit, freaking, even the music. Now, I mentioned alcohol in the other video. I don't even drink anything that doesn't make me feel like I'm on an island. Because it all reminds me of that feeling, of that awe. And that is so profoundly impactful. Like, legitimately, I've never looked at the ocean like that before. That actually, like, changed my life. It changes the way I think about everything. What motivates me, what I want to do, what steps I'm going to take going forward. Like, I'm 23. This is the first time I've ever cared to have a 5-year plan in any situation. But I do, because, like, in some weird way, I feel like I've got more of a purpose now. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I felt like that was important to put out there. Maybe it'll matter, maybe it won't, but it matters to me. So that's really all I got for today. See ya.